Yes! 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 Wow. Woo-wee. What a game. What a game. What's good, Wiz Nation, Wiz fans? Y'all know who it is. It's your boy, Cameron Mingo. And like I said before, what a game. The Wizards did it again. Again. We did it in double overtime against the Celtics. 115-112. We are now 5-1 for the first time since the 05-06 season. 15 seasons ago, last time we were 5-1. I was like in middle school during that time, like I believe in the 8th grade, whatever it was, long time ago. It feels like I'm like, whew, I don't know what to say around, but I am so hyped about this Wizards team right now because this is too much right now. So let's get going right now. Let's get started. Beginning game early on, Bradley Beal, well, we all seen the show. Bradley Beal doing Bradley Beal things. He picked it where he left off, got to a good start like it did Thursday night. He had 12 early first quarter points. The defense was good again, but after every missed shot, like this team finds a way to get back on defense. They make some key defensive plays. So we had a good first quarter there. Second quarter, we started to get a little cold because I think we had a 9-point lead. I think Demon do a lob to Harold Alley-oop. After that, started to get cold. Missed a lot of shots, a ton of shots. But in Boston making a bit of comeback, and they started to miss shots too. But at one point in the game, I was worried as hell. Seeing Harold, he was shaking a bit. He got hit in the groin area by Jaylen Brown, but he was okay. But before the end of the half, what does he do for end of the half? Oh my God. Hit a half-court shot to end the half. And Stad hit Elsa's first three-pointer in 3 seasons. Since March 30th, 2019. Like, really? Like, cause he don't take threes like that. He just go inside and make free throws. And the crazy stat in that first half, right? Crazy stat for the Celtics: 0 of 15 from 3, and yet they were down 6. Like, if you shoot that badly from 3, you should get blown out every time. But they stay in the game. Like, I don't know how they did it, but it is what it is. Third quarter, we started to get slots. We were getting a little sloppy at the beginning third quarter. We were turning the ball over. Boston was getting out transition to get back in the game. But the good thing was about third quarter, we started to get Boston foul trouble, try to get to the free throw line and make us get some easy points. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know how this game was close, man, because it couldn't buy a 3. But Jaylen Brown, he was heating up midway in the third quarter. And then since Boston took the lead, Both teams keep going back and forth, keep trading leads. Every time we're up 3, then we're down 1, up 3, down 1. I'm like, can we pull away, please? In the fourth quarter, same thing. Late third quarter, both teams were going at it. But then once Brad came back in the game, looks like we were gonna, take control of the game. But Boston keep coming back until they finally hit a 3 after missing their first 20. Like, I thought they were gonna go 0 for whatever. I thought they're gonna either we're gonna beat them with them not making a 3. It's gotta be a record. Has to be a record for most 3-point attempts until you finally make one. And a key moment of that fourth quarter, Montrezl Harrell picking up that 5th foul under 7 minutes to go. And I'm thinking to myself, how long are they going to keep him on the bench? I know they're going to keep him for about a minute or two or so, you know what I'm saying? Because Boston, they were making a comeback. But when in doubt, West Unseld remain calm and rely on others to step up. And who stepped up? The backcourt. Beal and Dinwiddie. Big time buckets when needed. Especially Brad hitting that 3-pointer and we took a 6-point lead. But these Celtics, they will not go away. Like, please go away. And they wouldn't. They made a 2-point game. But Boston did. They tied up. And then a huge 3 by Kyle Kuzma to put up by 4 at one point. Then Richardson came back with a 3. But when in doubt, Dinwiddie comes through. And Montrezl drew in a charge, which was huge. And the Boston challenged it. But it was a call stand. But KCP, why you turn the ball over? That you could have cost us the game, which we're going to get to later on in the moment. And Jaylen Brown quickly give them 4 quick points to give them a 1-point lead. And I'm like, oh no. And Dinwiddie got to the line. He had a chance to take the lead. He missed one. Got the second. And the game was tied at 1-3. And then Jaylen Brown, oh my God, I thought it was good. When I put on, like, oh no, it's not going. Because he was on fire in the first quarter. But it rimmed out. I'm like, whew, my heart almost dropped. Whew. We go to overtime. In overtime, Boston struck first. They scored the first 6 points in extra session. It was the same thing happened against Indiana, the one I saw last Friday night. They scored the first 6 point down 6. Uncircled timeout. And what happened? We find a way to respond to comeback. Montrezl Harrell and Brad knocked out some big free throws to get back in the game. And then Panda ties it up. And good defense by the Wizards. Great defense on Tatum. Force him to take a tough shot. And missed it. When Coach Unseld thought he was going to get a timeout. But time expired. And we got double overtime. In double time, midway, Harold picked up his 6th foul. I'm like, oh no, this is not good. I'm like, what are we going to do? And they're going offense, defense with Denny and Bertans playing center because Gafford is out. He didn't play tonight. And then Coach Unseld, clutch challenge right there. He called challenge because then he called for foul, but it was a clean block. He got ball first, but he did get wrist, but they did call a clean block. I'm like, Unseld, yes, he is 2-0, I believe, in challenges, and he did challenge one play last week in Toronto where I think when Bill got a knee in the groin area, which caused him to miss the Indiana game, and he got it right. And Beal and Dinwiddie, huge clutch shots. Huge! And then Tatum turned the ball over. Like, yes! Like, that we got in the bag. But KCP turned it over again. And then they had Boston chance to tie it up. But KCP, redemption, still on Jaylen Brown. Game over. Ball game. Wizards survive in double overtime. This was probably one of the most fun Wizards games I ever seen in my life. Especially being at home, in 2 overtimes. Can't say anything about that. We're 3-0 at home. 3-0 at home. Who would have thought that? 3-0. Let's get these numbers here for the Wizards. Bradley Beal, best game of the season. 36 points. He did take a lot of shots, though. He was 12 of 32 shooting. He did manage to get 7 rebounds, 6 assists, but 4 measly turnovers, and he did get 2 steals, though. Dinwiddie, like I said, when in doubt, fourth quarter, overtime, whatever, pass it to him. He finished with 20 points on 6-18 shooting. So if you combine the field goal combined from Dinwiddie and Brad, the backcourt, they were 18 of 50 from the field. That's not good shooting, by the way. But he did get 9 rebounds, though. And Montrezl Harrell, a.k.a. Set, Offset, he finished with 20 points, 14 boards, and he did foul out, though. But when he's out, other guys stepped up. Kuzma, 17 points, a career high, 17 rebounds. So I gotta tell Laker fans, I got a lot of Laker fans. The three Laker we got, Harrell, Kuz, and KCP. To y'all Laker fans, I'm gonna say this every time. Thank you. And the bench didn't do well. I think we need Garrett back because we have no bench production when Garrett's out and Harrell's starter. I think Harrell plays better when he come off the bench. You know what I'm saying? And plus we need Roy back as well. For the Boston side, Brown and Tatum they're pretty good than last meeting played them. Brown had 34 points on 14-24 shooting. So he was 0 for 5 from 3. And Tatum, had 27 points and career high 15 boards on 10 and 30 shooting. So you combine those two All-Stars combined, they were 24 of 58 from the field. That's all right to me. Both of them but Tatum, he took 22 shots. That's a lot of shots. Both Beal and Tatum took a lot of shots. And off the bench, Richardson, he had 18, 7, 15 shooting. He stepped up because they didn't have Smart or Robert Williams because they're both ill. That's not COVID related. And look at the team stats. Wizards didn't shoot the ball well. We shot 36% from the field. Boston shot 41%. But 3-pointers, good. This is probably the best 3-point defense I've seen the Wizards play in my life. They were 2 for 26 from 3. Boston was. That's 7.7%. Never seen Wizards do this before. And them threes they made in the first half, it was some good looks from 3. They couldn't knock it down. But Wizards, we didn't shoot the ball well for Wizards. They were 10-36 from 3. That's 20%. The free throws, we out free throw them. We put 2 more free throw attempts. We were 29-36. That's 80%, which is good. Boston was better. They were 22-25, which was 88%. The assists, we gotta get the ball moving back because we had 19 assists. If you get like 23, 24 or more assists, we're in good shape. But the rebounds, plus 8 for the Wiz, 62-54, new season high for Wiz in rebounding, and 12 offensively. The blocks, though, it was a block party. Boston had 10 of them. I think Al Horford, he had 6 blocks. 6. Like, he is an underrated shot blocker. You know that? He almost out-blocked the entire Wiz team. But the turnovers, it was iffy because both teams were protecting the ball like most of the game until it got to late fourth quarter and overtime. We had 13 and Boston had 11, but a win's a win. We got another W. And I saw this tweet. A shout out to my man Quinn Mayo. We're the first team in the NBA this season to get 5 wins this season. Who would have thought that? Who would have thought that? Now, we're gonna take a break here because I am hyped about this window. When we come back, we're gonna talk about some surprise teams and disappointments for the first 2 weeks of the season. Stay tuned, Wiz Nation.
High level, strong and under control.
Harrell will put up the half-court shot, and it goes off the glass.
fan favorite? Well, look at this shot. He knows how much time's left, gets it up early, and he goes right to the fans.
He says 1, 2.
Okay, and now we are back. And it's that time again, y'all. It's time for headlines. Alright, for this one, we're going to talk about who's surprising and who's disappointing, since we're like since we're like 2 weeks into the season. Start with surprises. You can say the surprise team right now in the league is my Wizards, of course. 5-1. No one, even the media, whoever saw this coming, nobody. Everyone thought the Wizards, we are dead when the season began, because Russell is gone. How much like he's like a superstar and also player, cause he, you know what I'm saying. But what I say is, thank you, Lakers. Just thank you once again. We're gonna do this every time. Every time we prove y'all wrong, we're gonna thank y'all because like DJ Kai says, you played yourself. You definitely played yourself for giving up Kuz, KCP, and Trez to get Russ. So thanks again. Because I remember in the preseason, Kuzma said it's going to take how many games to get going? Take like 20 games, 10, 20 games, whatever. But it's coming. We're heading in the right direction. Just keep winning games with us. Just keep on grinding. Keep going. Just prove the world wrong. Because on Monday, I saw the power rankings. They got us at 19 going. I'm like, what the? Cause I was like, how we are 2-0 and ranked 19th in the power rankings? Cause you had Brooklyn and LA. They were like what 1 and 2, whatever, at the beginning of the year, and they were like still in the top 10. I'm like, what the freaking hell? Like seriously, why are there a top 10 team power rankings and they have losing record? You ask me that. Cause you can like, they're gonna be all right. Like they're gonna be just fine. Cause you never know. I know it's early, but and they got because you're expecting that these teams that they're gonna get together. Cause you didn't say about the Wizards, you want them to fail. Well, just keep ranking us low, man. I don't care if we're 19, 20, 25, whatever, and we're 5-1. I don't care. Just keep down us, and I love it. I love being an underdog. Especially us Wiz fans love being underdog. That's our middle name, underdog. Or we should change our name to Washington Underdogs, because we love being doubted. So keep doubting the Wizards, people. Just keep doing it. And their surprise team. People think Chicago is. I say it a little bit because we knew Chicago is a good team and all with Ball, DeRozan, adding them, and they're out to a good start. But I saw their schedule. They picked their first four games. They play some crappy teams, but they about to get tested this coming November. I saw it. I'm like, ooh. Cause then they got a road trip. They got to play Golden State, the 2 LA teams. They play a lot of good teams. You know what I'm saying? So another surprise team, Charlotte. Shout out to the Charlotte Hornets. They're 4-2 now in the season. They had their first 3-0 start in team history. I'm like, what? Really? All year when they were the Bobcats. Remember them, the Charlotte Bobcats back in the day? So all the years we had Baron Davis, Jamal Mashburn, David Wesley, Jamal McGore, PJ Brown, Gerald Wallace, all them great Charlotte players, even Kemba Walker, never start 3-0. You've been in the league for how long since y'all been back to the Hornets? It's been what 7 years now since y'all been back to the Hornets and never gone 3-0. That's insane. But Charlotte, they're playing like they're one of it could be potentially a playoff team instead of a playing team. So it's early. Another surprise team, the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Cavs. Who would have thought they'd be 3-3 now? They had 2 big wins on the road. They beat Denver on the road and the Clippers on the road, and almost beat the Lakers. So they're trying to show some fight around here. I'm like, okay. Like go Cleveland, and I believe Evan Mobley. He's on my fantasy basketball team. he's playing could be playing like one of the top rookies this season. And that's it. Shout out to the Cavaliers. Another surprise team, the Minnesota Timberwolves. I didn't think they'd be 3-1 start of it. They came into Milwaukee and won. I'm like, wow. So shout out to the big three: Edwards, Towns, and Russell. Keep doing your thing, and who knows? Even though I haven't making the playoffs, they could be one of those teams in that playing tournament. So we shall see. And their surprise team, the Sacramento Kings. They're 3-2 on the season. I'm like, all right. I know, Kings fan. They get all like, oh, we are, like, woo, and then next thing you know, like when we get December, so they go. You know how it is. And let's go disappointments right now. Disappointments, the Nets and Lakers, of course. The Nets and Lakers. People thought they're gonna breeze their way to see things like, oh, it's gonna be easy. We're gonna win easily, but they're both 3-3. It's not easy. Ask LeBron James, because he said this years ago when James Harden, he's like, we believe it's gonna be easy, and it's not. And what happened? It shut him up. So it wasn't. He thought they were gonna change it easily, and what happened? They failed. So it's not easy, but it's like I said, it's early. Those two teams, I expect them to get together. But Brooklyn, y'all gotta do something about Kyrie Irving. Y'all gonna, cause he's literally holding y'all back. Because if Kyrie's playing, I could have been at least undefeated, not 3-3. You're gonna trade him or force him to get the shot. What you gonna do? Something gotta give. Another disappointment. The Boston Celtics, the team we beat. They were 2-4 now. They lost 2 double time games to the Wizards, and last one against the Knicks. That was a good game, by the way. The next game, that was a fun game to watch. The Garden was pumping and everything. I said, all right, New York is back. New York is back. But they're 1-2 in overtime. The one overtime win they got was beating Charlotte, where they almost lost that game, by the way. They almost lost in regulation, but they came back and won. So their disappointment team that I want to talk about is the Indiana Pacers. Because they could have won against us. I gotta be honest, because they're up by 6 points twice in the late fourth quarter and overtime. I was one, and blew a 15 point lead to the Hornets and lost. They're now 1-6 on the season. So, and they're battling with injury. They had I think Levert is how T.J. Warren's out, and Brogdon didn't play. They're not against Brooklyn. So it's still a shaky start because I know Rick Carl's back in India and all that. But we'll see. I hope they turn around real soon, or else it could be out of the race real quick. Their disappointment team I want to talk about is the Suns. Coming in, they are 1-3 on the season. And you went to the finals last year. Chris Paul came in last year, just immediately it clicked just like that, and now it's falling apart. He lost to Denver overnight. He lost to the Kings at the buzzer. What is going on, Phoenix? I can't remember who they be, but they got to get together right now. And one more disappointment team I want to talk about is the Clippers. They had one win a year. One win. That one win was when they beat Portland by 30 points. And then Portland came back, I think last night, they lost to Portland by 20 points, and PG had no help. He scored 40 points, and the rest scored high second high was 16 or 15, whatever it was up there. Because I think they missed Kawhi Leonard. If Kawhi does not come back their season or come back or soon in January, February, and they lose record, they might not make the playoffs. So Clippers, get together right now. And that's about it. And one more. And by the way, one quick announcement. 2 segments. It's coming back for this season of my show. I'm bringing back my podcasting segment. So if y'all have a Wizards related podcast out there, watch out, cause I will take a clip last year. I did 2 last year. Take a clip and put my thoughts into it. And one segment I'm bringing back. I haven't done this since the second season of my show, so you gotta wait and see about that. So Wiz fans, good win. Coming up next, rematch with the Hawks in Atlanta. So we ready for? Hopefully we ready. Gaffer, hope he comes back because we're gonna need him because Atlanta's gonna be prepared for us because after what we did to them the other night. But wherever they got planned for us, we'll be ready. So that's it. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all know the deal. Follow me on Twitter at Camingo. Same Instagram. And my Wiz page, Twitter is at Wiz_Nation. Instagram, Nation_Wiz. Thank y'all. Good night. Peace.